It's something I learned from watching men is they do not ask for permission in business to succeed. If you want that promotion, go get it. So if you want something, go get it. You can do it. We can all do it. And don't let anybody tell you anything different.
Well, welcome to This is 50, Freedom Through Passions, a show about everyday women who reinvent themselves and the stories behind how they are living their best lives. I am Lynette Turner, and as an Encore Life advocate, I live my purpose by helping women ignite their inner fire to start living their best lives and making the world a better place. Today, we'll talk about creating passive income after 50 with our special guest, Marina Giokas. So let's get started. All right, Marina, well, welcome to the show. I'm super excited to have you here. You and I met maybe, I guess, just right at the beginning of the pandemic, and it's just been wonderful to see both your growth in your business as well as mine. We've just been sort of growing together, so you seem to be a very logical person to have on my show. For all of you who are listening, Marina resides in West Vancouver, BC, Canada. She's an online entrepreneur and independent consultant for social retail. She's living her purpose through mentoring, coaching, and training others to own and grow their own online business for additional revenue streams. Today, she's going to share her expertise in the social retail market, how she got started, and some advice about living a financially free life. Well, Marina, welcome to This is 50, and I'm going to start us off right away with tell us about social retail.
Wow. Well, thanks for having me on, Lynette. This is great. And I love to share, especially this, because so many women from 30, 40 onward are concerned about how they're going to live in the later years. Will they be able to get a pension or not? What are they going to do on fixed income with costs always escalating? So having a side gig or something else that you're doing on the side of your profession or a job or starting something is a great thing to do. So social retail came to me after I'd been a consultant of a corporate communications consultant and financier for publicly traded companies for about 30 years. So working with a lot of startups and working with people that are doing all the heavy lifting, building companies, building products, all of that. And in 2018, I got involved in network marketing to start off with about 6 years ago through skincare because I'm a sailor. And you get some pretty ratty, nasty skin sailing because you're exposed to all of the weather. And I looked at my face one day and went, oh my God, tried these products. And they were amazing. And so I just dove in. But the problem with network marketing or MLMs or direct sales companies is they're very heavy, clunky business models for the average person. And it's very hard to succeed. Now, I did just by sheer perseverance and pushing and, really staying on it. But most people don't have that energy or time to do that. I just happened to. So I did succeed with that. But I also found it was very hard to help others succeed. And that's part of my goal is helping other women find that, whether it's $300, $500, $1,000 a month, $5,000, $10,000, whatever you want to make out of it, you can. That's the beauty without any pressure, but not with network marketing or MLMs. So when social retail came to me, for me, it's all about health. So I was very open to something in the health and wellness sector, had done a ton of research on it because I'm also a cancer survivor and I don't want to get cancer again. Right. So what do I need to do that? And that's shore up my health, my immunity, keep my body lubricated and hydrated, which is really tough as we age just to start off with, let alone going through radiation. Right. So that's sort of how I got into social retail.
So social retail is completely different than sort of the retail marketing or the MLM type of, we know it as MLM, right? Yeah. Sort of the pyramid type thing in the old school, right? The Amways of the world, the Mary Kays of the world. Explain a little bit more about what social retail, how that actually differs?
It's, there's so much pressure on people that get into MLMs to recruit other people. So it's more about recruiting than it is about the products and helping people get the solution with their products.
Okay.
But the recruiting is very difficult because if somebody gets into the business, they're pushed to recruit right away and nobody's really ready to do that. Right. With social retail, you can win just working with customers and then you don't have the stress and the pressure of having teams.
Oh, that is amazing. Because yeah, I would probably say if I was a listener to this, I would be thinking, oh my God, what I don't want to do is build that team, you
Yeah,
know?
I don't either. Personally, like I love it if people really want to get involved in it. I love helping people succeed. I've been doing it all my life. It's
Hmm.
working with entrepreneurs. I've switched in the last, 10 years to working with more female entrepreneurs than men. And I've really enjoyed it because women really get it and they really go after things and they do the research and they do the work. They just approach it way differently instead of
Right.
just winging it and pushing. So I really love it. And showing somebody how to do this social retail is very cool because you can do either and both. And because of the way this particular organization is set up, it's not like your standard MLM where you've got a line and you've got your upline person and they're the only one that's going to talk to you and your side sisters are competition. This company is not like that. I
Right.
have leaders from everywhere and I have sideline sisters from everywhere and we group up and do different things. And like it's just everybody's helping everybody. We
Right.
all succeed together. A rising tide lifts everybody, not just this team. And that's very cool.
Yeah, no, I love that. The rising tide lifts everybody. That's great. So when you think about, what your story was and about how you were working in the sort of the startup environment, you then became a consultant. And so would you say that, what skills would you say you're using today in your social retail consulting that you sort of learned from years ago?
Communications, working with people. My background's a lot of it is in sales. Like we're all selling all the time. I just happen to get a lot of training at it and hone that skill more than most people would. The average bear was. You don't need all of that, but you just take the skills that we all have as human beings. You're trying to get a child to drink their milk. Well, you're selling. You're trying to
Yeah.
get your husband to go to a particular restaurant with you. You're selling.
Yeah,
So
exactly. When you
yeah.
think about that, for sure. What other skills did you draw on for, sort of transitioning into the social retail space?
I think just really the communication side of getting to know people, like engaging with people, being able to actually approach people and talk to them and learn about them, and then you share about yourself. I really enjoyed that because coming from a very male world, it wasn't really like that. So that's one of the skills I've really learned and honed with network marketing, but mostly with this social retail company. It's just way less pressure, way friendlier, and way more helpful. The people are very truly they're there to help. They're in service, and that's why they win. Because being a service, as you know, Lynette, with what you
Yeah.
do, you help people. Everybody succeeds.
Exactly, exactly. So, I watch on your Instagram all the time about you and you've got all the waving hands and you've got the picture of this sort of community that's behind social retail. Tell us a little bit about that community and how that keeps you motivated and going forward.
Oh my God, it's amazing! Like we have do impact hours with a team of probably thousands. I don't know how big the team is, but we'll get, so say, 30, 60, 90, 100 people on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. What happens is that we're there to share what our best practices are. We're there to help everybody work with whether it's a new product or whether maybe we have a special offer on. Maybe it's about how to use products better. It could be just about community, building community, connecting with people, social media. So basically, there's a lot of training there with your community, and it's very open. You can ask questions of anybody. There's no dumb question.
Awesome. And you actually make me are thinking like so often we think, well, if I want to start, getting some passive income, we often think, well, I have to start a business. And it doesn't and that business has to be a product or a service or something like that. And then you just think about all of what it takes to do that and you start to get overwhelmed and then you shut down. But in this case, I know you and I have talked about this before, is you never really wanted to build a product or your own particular service. You wanted to take your skills from, being a consultant and, selling and how do you apply it, but still more kind of in that sort of independent consulting sort of style. So my question is, what process did you go through to decide on your current streams of income? I know you've got a couple of different streams of income, but what is the process that you go through to decide on that? And what made you decide that definitely, not creating a product or a service was definitely not something that you were going to do?
It's not, creating a product or a service, or, I was in the digital space as well. It's not for the faint of heart. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of time. There's so many disappointments on the road to success, and very few of them will succeed. So that's, it's a younger person's game for sure. I'd done enough of it for other people and for myself. I had a number of my own startups. I even had a cafe at one point in time, bricks and mortar. I thought I wanted to be face to face with people for a while, and it was great until it wasn't. So, um, what I like about this is I don't have to create a product. I don't have to have the stress of that. I don't have to handle shipping. I don't have to handle payment processing, stay up with all of those technologies to make sure that everything is happening for everybody. I don't have to deal with returns. I don't have any of that stuff. I chose best in class. This company is amazing at what they do. They
Right.
put together all of the marketing. They put together all of the systems for not just me, but for anybody else that joins. It's like it's so
Right.
simple. And our team in particular has honed it down even more. Like we can literally launch somebody in 10 minutes.
So how did you find this though? Like that's what I really want to know. So, you've obviously joined a great company that's organized, but that it's hard to find those companies, right? So how did you find this company?
I learned a lot through my first one because the
Mhm.
founders are they're brilliant, they're amazing in what they do. Okay, there's lots of science and clinical studies and everything. That gives me comfort. It gives me comfort to use products myself. It gives me comfort to share the products. So that was a lot of learning there. So I took that, and basically I was trying collagen products. That's where I started here. And I tried a bunch of them, and I had too much trouble with them, with digestive and not working and whatever. And I knew I needed collagen just because I'm aging, but
Right.
then throw in the radiation. So I stopped using any of those products, and I started doing research, and that's where I landed with this one. And I started with a collagen,
Okay.
and I've slowly but surely been trying all the rest of the products.
Hmm.
Um, but that's why I came to it. And then when I saw the CEO, Asma Ishak, another amazing woman, so I saw her doing a video of where this all came from and why this particular collagen and why she brought it to Modere, I think about 4 or 5 years ago. And she did what they call a reverse takeover. So she's taken over a 30-year-old clean living company and has added these new products to it and taking it to a new level. So the timing is
Hmm.
amazing to be in
Yeah.
that business. And so it resonated with me, health and wellness, so much more. And
Right.
also that you can pay for your health or you can pay for your sickness. I've been going through cancer. I do not want the pain of illness. So
Mhm. So, I love everything you're saying there. And I love it because it's almost like you had your own problem that you needed to solve. And you believed in the product enough that it almost became a passion for you. And therefore, then that sort of evolved. And, this the whole idea about the podcast is that, finding your freedom through your passions, right? And where it doesn't feel like work. I mean, clearly it doesn't feel like work because you are the way you speak about it, you're so passionate about it, you believe in it. It was solving a problem for yourself, and now, like you said, you're helping other women solve problems for them, both whether it's to grow their own business or just to stay healthy your life and growing old gracefully, kind of thing. So it's wonderful. What are the three things that you do to ensure you're getting it right? What are the sort of three things, like your sort of values, if you will?
when it comes to the business, let's put it this way: it's about learning something new every day. And I
Mhm.
get that with this company. I don't even have to go looking for it. Like before, I'd be like, okay, did I learn anything today? I have to learn something. I love that. So the learning keeps me alert, keeps my mind happening. It keeps me active. Staying engaged with people, especially, what I've learned through the pandemic is, and so this would be the second thing is how to literally stay engaged with people, even in lockdowns. And it's enhanced my world so much to learn more how to communicate with people through the digital world, because we're going to be doing it more and more all the time. This
Right.
is not over by a long shot. Three, community, man, it keeps us alive.
Yeah.
And this community is all ages. Like I have lots of women my age in this business, lots that are in their 50s approaching 60. Like it's amazing. And they're all loving it too. Like you see smiles on these people's faces. You see that they have purpose every day. So everybody's purpose, and it shifts and it changes. Mine's definitely shifted and changed it from just, like I want to make the passive income too. I'm really thrilled sharing these products and the business with people, because it's brought so much joy into my life and
Right.
purpose and all the things and community. So I'm thrilled with it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Marina, I would just want to thank you so much. Before we end the show, I love to just kind of rapid fire 3 questions at you. Don't think too seriously about them, just from your gut, okay? Where do you hope to be in 10 years?
Oh my God, sailing somewhere
Awesome.
on a big sailboat. Yeah, I want to be. Yeah, I want to be on the water again. Yeah.
Awesome. And what advice would you give your 30-year-old self?
Oh, it's something I learned from watching men. Is they do not ask for permission in business to succeed. You want that promotion, go get it. So if you want something, go get it. You can do it. We can all do it. And don't let anybody tell you anything different.
Wow, I love it. Finish this sentence. I have 0 time for.
Oh, I have 0 time for whiners.
All right. I love it.
Yeah.
Just
Don't
making it
blame
happen.
everybody else. You know what? It's your choice to have a good day.
Absolutely. I love that. Well, on that note, Marina, we are going to say goodbye. I'm looking forward to sharing this podcast out to the world. And thanks again. And I hope to have you on the show again.
I would love to. I've really enjoyed this, and I just love sharing with women. It's like really become a big passion of mine. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right. Thanks, Marina.